Fun fact, the Wii U is not just a gamepad, it's actually an entirely separate console. So if you have a Wii and you want to buy a Wii U, you don't just buy the tablet accessory. No. You buy like a separate console, but the gamepad comes with it. So it's really smart because even if you are confused, you're not going to get the gamepad separately. It's like a genius plan, right? Wrong! Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to FTFullerproductions. Last episode, I talked about Nintendo's first Direct of 2015, and this episode is going to be that much more. If you are watching this in the present, you probably have a good idea of what Nintendo is up to these days. But if you're not watching this, if you are watching this in the future, well, let me give you a summary of what Nintendo's been up to. Well, let's see. In Mario Kart, we've had non-Mario characters. Zelda U has been delayed, or whatever it'll be called. Let's see here. Oh, Nintendo announced they're making a new console. That's pretty cool. Oh yeah, then they announced that they're making mobile games also. And yes, those are all very, very, very interesting topics. But that is not what I'm here to talk about today. No, you see, on April 1st, Nintendo had another Direct. And although they didn't really cover that much new, so I'm not going to do a full cover of that. But there is something interesting I would like to talk about. Nintendo made a Smash Ballot. Now, you can choose a character you want to be in Smash, and then if that one is popular enough, it might even be put into the game. But there's a catch. Each person only gets one vote, and even if you do refresh the page and vote again, the system will only keep track of the last one you voted for. So here I am. I'm going to give you 5 characters that you need to put in. You have to choose at least one of these 5 characters because I do not want your precious vote to go to waste. And if you've already voted, then it's not too late. Go on the website, refresh the page, and change your vote after you watch this video. Oh yeah, and there's a spoiler warning for The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker and Pikmin 3, just by the way. Now, number 5 is a character that I really have close to my heart, and this character is Kamek from the Super Mario Bros. Series. Now, I think this is really cool. This could be a really magic-inspired character. I think maybe he could, maybe fly around for a bit, or maybe even he could fly around indefinitely, but maybe he just doesn't have any attacks where he can shoot down, though it's not super cheap. And with all the powers that he has in the new Super Mario Bros. Series, there could be so many things he could do for his final Smash. It would just be so cool. Now, for number 4, this is going to be an NES character, and this is the Excite Bike Racer. I think this would be a really cool idea because you have a character that's on a bike. And yeah, it'd be like Wario's bike, but he'd be on the bike the whole time. And I think this character would be so cool to bring back, and you could have so many references. And maybe you can even have Mario Kart references, I'm not sure. And for this guy's final Smash, I'm thinking the Excite Bike Racer could be on the Excite truck, be kind of like the Landmaster. But he could just, drive around, running over people. Maybe there could be stunt ramps. He could do stunt raps. And then, maybe just, just run over people, like I said. It would be so cool. Just think about that. Now, number 4 is the spoiler for Wind Waker I was talking about. So, if you haven't played the game and you don't want spoilers, then exit the video, okay? I won't be offended. Just, I don't want you to be spoiled, okay? Okay, so has everyone left? Okay, good. Now, number 4 on my list is the King of Red Lions / the King of Hyrule. Now, I know you're thinking, this is a really stupid idea. This character doesn't make any sense. And, yeah, this character is kind of silly, but I think it'd be cool. Maybe he'd be a transformation character, or maybe he could just be the King of Hyrule riding the King of Red Lions. But there'd be so many moves. This guy would pretty much be like a vehicle, or maybe a boat. Maybe he could, swim in the water. Or maybe his up B could be the king using the boat and, jumping up, like you do in the games. And then I think, maybe, for the final Smash, it could be the thing where, in the end of the game, where, he uses the Triforce, and all those yellow things come out, and he sinks, the entire ocean. That would be really cool. for his final Smash. But I don't know. That's just an idea of mine. Okay, so for number 2, my idea would be to have Captain Toad as a character. Now, you're thinking like, well, he can't jump. That's gonna be stupid. Well, maybe like his down B could be he pulls out items out of his bag, and then the lighter he gets, the more effective his up B is. And like maybe when he has full items, his up B can't allow him to jump, so he has to use his down B if he wants to jump at all. And I think that would be really cool. And maybe for his final Smash, you get like that bird boss and that dragon boss, and they could all fight, and then your Captain Toad could still move around. They'd be kind of like a boss, but they'd be like super hard to kill. I don't know, that seems like that'd be such a cool idea. I know a lot of people have suggested it, but this is not as good as my number 1. And that is because my number 1 is the Plasm Wraith from Pikmin 3. Yes, I'm choosing a boss as a character. I don't think we have enough villains in Smash. And I think this would be so cool. He's like an elemental fighter, but he's not really like human. He's not like a robot. He's kind of made out of this gold material. There could be a whole stage based off of him, and we need more Pikmin representation. And there's so many powers this guy could use. I mean, I'm not exactly sure what this one's final Smash could be. Maybe it could be his final Smash could be he starts flying and then he does like the cutting attacks, or maybe his final Smash is you get to choose which powers he does and different buttons do different stuff. Or like he turns into the gold brick and like can just dissolve people. I'm just thought about that right now. But yeah, that is my number 1, and that is the one I put on the ballot. Now, I hope that all of you will choose one of these 5 characters. And if you already put one, well, it's never too late to change it. So the computer automatically recognizes the last one you put in. So, with your computer, go to smashballot.com and change it now. But before then, let me just tell you, thank you for making it to the end of the video. This has been FTFullerproductions, episode 2. And that's because I am FT Fuller.